What is up? What is up? What is up, y'all? I did end up taking a couple of days off. I'm not sure if I'm on day 60. I could have miscounted because I believe the last episode I uploaded was 57. So 58, 59, I missed. Yes, I think I should be on day 60. I'm not too positive. But, hey, we made it. We're finally 2 months deep, and I did end up studying off camera, like for those specific days, but I felt like I didn't really want to go live while doing it, especially because it was really quick as well, because the days were just so busy. So I'm gonna get a little bit into how my Christmas was. So on Christmas Eve, or actually let's say on the 23rd, I ended up getting really lucky because my supervisor let me request the 24th off on the 23rd. Normally, my supervisors don't allow that. You're not supposed to be able to do it like the day before, but maybe because I did it so much earlier in the day, he allowed me to do it, and I was like, yes. So I had Christmas Eve off. I told everyone I wasn't going to be able to make it, and boom, it popped up. I was like, yes, this is great. And normally I've been missing holidays because of my job. They always force me in, and or I just say I'm going in. But they did force me in for Thanksgiving, which was crappy. Of course, I feel like that one probably would have been the one I wish I could have been at. Christmas Eve wasn't bad, but you know, with Thanksgiving, it's like more food. Christmas Eve, there's food, but it kind of isn't like a lot. So, I was there and we spent a lot of time together. It was super fun and it was super funny. Like, my family's a really funny family, and I was just so happy to finally like spend time with them because I've been waiting for this damn moment, but I couldn't do it on Thanksgiving, but I was able to do it this time. And I'm not gonna have New Year's off either because since I took Christmas off, which I'm kind of upset about, I wanted to actually go to work on Christmas, but I messed it up so I could get so I could basically get time so that I could get the day off before New Year's. So I could be there for both days, but still be there for both the holidays, if that makes sense. So it was like kind of crappy, but I was like, whatever. So I'm missing New Year's like I always do, which is perfectly fine. I don't really mind that at all. But I cannot wait to finally be getting into the new year. I watched Stranger Things, the next volume. That was great as well. I ended up painting a SpongeBob mural. I'll be showing y'all that at some point on live. And then I got a couple of gifts that I couldn't wait to get. I actually got to see where my other phone is. And I feel like I put it in that room. So we're not going to be able to do the type of studying that I wanted to do today. Because I think I put it in that room, so that's okay. I gotta go back and I gotta get this so I could prop my camera up, which would be great. It's taking me that long to get here. What the hell? I gotta prop my camera up so that y'all can end up seeing what I'm doing. But pretty much first, what I'm going to do though is I do want to go and take the exam compass quiz for the quiz 3 because we ended up acing the first 2 quizzes after some study. Now let's get into test 3, where I realized I am definitely going to overthink this, and there's a lot of things I think in here about networking, so at least the stuff I'm going to be getting wrong makes a lot of sense. You want to know why? Because I haven't learned anything networking yet, so I'm not too sad or anything about that. But thank y'all for tuning in today to this live stream. Hopefully I could stay on today for a good amount of time, but I do want to be able to record a video for y'all later today, which is going to be about, you know, I have 30 days of content. What is that pay looking like? But all right, let's go jump into this exam compass, and let me make sure that this is day 60. What am I on it? Okay, not that one. Oops. Because they're not showing me what I'm clicking for some reason. Let's just go here. Go into properties, and then we're going to switch this to day 60. And then last but not least, we got to turn this little virtual camera off. Perfect. Now let's get into this. So, this is immediately a network question. Not upset, just afraid. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's go. A type of cryptographic network protocol for secure data communication, remote command line, login, remote command execution, and other secure network services between networked computers is called. A part of me wants to say like a telnet, but I'm like, I've never heard that before. I want to say a CSCP, an RDP, CSP. I mean, what the hell? SCP. I couldn't say that right. SSH? Is it telnet? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I don't know anything about networks, y'all. Oh, telnet. Was it telnet then? I don't know anything about telnet. Well, see, if the last one was correct, all we have to do is kind of look back. It says other secures, it connects, it's a remote line secure data. It transmits data in an unencrypted form, does not provide authentication, provides username and password authentication. I mean, it has security, encrypts network connection. I'm not sure. We're just going to go next. I think I might have had that first one right. Hopefully. Who knows? Which of the answers listed below refers to the secure place replacement of Telnet? I don't know what this is. A secure placement for Telnet. SNMP. So the thing is that the SSH is here. So it does make me think maybe the SSH, but then it also can make me think not really because it popped up when they were asking for the Telnet. So maybe it wouldn't be the SSH, but I don't know. We're going to have to go with that because I don't know anything about networks, bro. Why are they only giving me networks? I want to see operating systems, okay? So the yeah, I know nothing about these networks, bro. I'm definitely fumbling this. And if it just continues to be networks from here, I don't even know what to think. The SMTP protocol is used for sending email messages between two servers, name resolution, retrieving email messages from mail servers, sending email messages from a client device. So it has to be messages. So I'm gonna have to say sending and retrieving, maybe. Which of the following refers to a system that translates domain names to IP addresses? I feel like it's only this one or the DNS. Domain related records. Is it DNS or DHCP? I know I'm gonna get so mad at this one. And I wonder if I'm right. What if it's like it really is ARP? I would be done for. DNS and DHCP. Come on, there's like a 50% chance here. Well, I'm exclude these. A part of me is thinking this, but I feel like I'm wrong. It's okay. Which network protocol provides an automated alternative? Okay, wait, we're gonna click that one. And then we're gonna go for this one. I could be completely wrong. I will be wrong because I don't know any of this. Which protocols listed below is used to retrieve the contents of an internet page from a web server? I only know about operating systems. Can we get to the operating system questions? From a web server. Oh, I think it's this one. POP3 is used for sending emails. I've never heard of this. Email retrieval, name resolution. File exchange. I don't know. I don't know. Which of the answers listed below refers to an IMAP? Offers less functions than the POP3. I mean, I'm assuming if they're different, offers improved from the POP3. Enables email messages from client devices. Okay, so it can't be this. Well, actually, it would have to be one of these. So it's either it's less than, or it's the same, or it's better. They're playing with me. It looks like it'd be something that's worse. It could be so wrong. And then maybe enables email exchange between mail servers. I have no clue. Which of the following API that enables communication? I have no idea. The function of the NetBT protocol is called... Listen, is this really just going to all be about networks? I guess all this means is that I need to get into networks. I'm just going to click random ones at this point. There's no point in even trying because I don't know any of this. None of this even looks familiar. I don't know. Part of me thinks it's that. SMB. I can't wait to eventually get into learning all this network-based stuff. But I literally waited specifically because I want to focus on what is it called? Imagine it really was true the whole entire time. I want to focus on, I feel like we haven't picked D in a while, so we're just going to go for that. Try go again. Port 22. SNMP. Let's see if we got any of these right by guessing. Port 67. Like, I would never know. Oh, I even got this one. I was the SSH. I was going back and forth with that too. I'm shocked. I'm shocked about this. I was guessing. Wait, I picked the SSH? Oh, no, okay. Oh, I got this right. Oh my gosh, I'm shocked at a lot of these. Okay, the true or false ones, it makes sense. RDP. Oh wow, both of these were false. I should have known. Oh, I got a couple of these ports right. What the hell? I just straight up guessed on those ports. So yeah, I already figured this one was gonna be the worst one we've done because have not touched like networking at all. I was hoping that this was going to be more of an operating system quiz. So that sucked. Let's see what test 4 looks like. I mean, if they introduce networking, if anything, text like 4 is basically going to be even worse. So I guess I'm happy about this. Let's go to 10. Like, are they all a little bit different? No. I feel like I said, if they expect me by test 3 to kind of know what networking is, I mean, this doesn't look like it's about networking anymore. But I still don't think I would know this because this is talking about like actual things that you would do with Task Manager, which I've been using Task Manager, but not like fully. So, okay, I guess test 4 is probably going to be where we shoot for, which I'm very happy about. But I do have to get a lot more of lessons from, what is it called? From Professor Messer, which I cannot show me learning from Professor Messer. So the only thing I could really do is I don't have my pen or paper, so we're kind of behind here. Oh wait, what if I click this? Oh, I thought they were gonna send me somewhere. I thought that would have been cute. So what I'm thinking is, let me jump back to this main intermission screen because like I said, I don't have my other phone, so I'm not able to do the exact study that I would like to do. I was hoping that exam could have held us off for a minute, but that's not the case. So let's go and look. Oh, and then also too, this is something I want to talk about. So I have this watch on my hand, and this watch on my hand is like a what is it called? Let me see real quick. I'm trying to find something. It's like a smartwatch, pretty much, or it is a smartwatch, but it's a fitness tracker. And I checked my sleep, y'all. I'm about to read to y'all my sleep. I had 9 hours and 31 minutes here, but it was in between, I guess, like, certain times I would be in REM, which I don't recall. I mean, well, I guess you wouldn't recall. But it was, like, literally in between. It says I slept from 2:19 to 11:50. That's good. I normally don't get sleep like that. I had 3 hours of deep sleep. They say as long as you get 2 hours of deep sleep, that's good, or an hour and 30 minutes. So 3 hours of deep sleep is really good. And I knew I had something like good like that because I could sleep. Then I had 5 hours of light sleep, and then I had 8 minutes of being awake, pretty much. And then I was in 43 minutes of REM. Which is even more scary because when I woke up to go check what time it was, it said I was at 40 minutes of REM. And then I like closed my eyes for a second and then they added that 3 minutes. I was like, damn, I went right back to that place. I went right back to that place. That's crazy. Okay, let's go and just do a little job search. Maybe today we're not going to do much note taking. Give myself a break. It is the holidays. But tomorrow we will be studying. And also too, from now on, I shouldn't be missing a day. Unless like I have an appointment, but even so, I'll probably hop on live on like my phone or something. But other than that, we shouldn't be missing a day anymore. I didn't even really mean to miss these last 2 days, but I was spending so much time with family because the first day was with my family, the second day was with my partner's family, so it was super fun. So this is in Miami. It is a help desk technician level 1 ticket. It's kind of cold in my room. I put this on. Oh, and then for the holiday party too, that was on Christmas Day, I had Shrek pajamas. That's why I'm wearing the Shrek shirt right now. I went to sleep in this. But and then I had like these slippers, like these very comfortable Shrek and Donkey slippers from, I want to say, Walmart, I believe. They're so good. So serve as the initial point of contact for all IT support requests via ticketing systems, which I gotta keep remembering to check my current job board to see if they're opening a position. Perform initial ticket intake and triage, including categorization, prioritization, and urgency assessment. Evaluate business impact and determine the appropriate resolution or escalation path. Troubleshoot and resolve Tier 1 hardware, software, and network connectivity issues. Perform user account setup, password resets, access provisioning, and basic identity management. Escalate issues to level 2 to 3 support teams with complete and accurate documentation. Maintain detailed tickets, resolutions, and knowledge-based documentation. Monitor and manage ticket queues I could have said that wrong, but who knows? To ensure SLA response and solution standards. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I normally put that I'm live inside of my Discord, and I completely forgot. I definitely could have just screwed myself. Completely forgot. At everyone. It's okay though. It is okay. It's my first stream back after missing 2 days. I would figure that it would be this way. Assist with employee onboarding and offboarding, which is super dope, including device setup and access provisioning, support asset management activities, including inventory tagging, tracking, and audits, provide basic support for printers, copiers, peripherals, toner replacement, and AV equipment, deliver timely status updates and clear communication to end users throughout the support cycle. It says 1 to 3 years of experience in IT support, which is pretty cool. Working knowledge of Windows and Mac OS, experiencing with Zoho Desk experience strongly preferred. So this is another ticketing system I've actually never seen before. So I really need to make sure that, because I want to get familiar with like all the ticketing systems, because I got to start somewhere, right? So I want to get familiar with everything, know where to start, and then hopefully be able to become like a network engineer in 2028 or 2027. Then that'll be super cool. Working towards CompTIA A+, and then currently also studying or pre-game studying for the degree I do want to get. So it's going to be super cool. Basic understanding of networking concepts, including DHCP, DNS, VPN, and TCP/IP. So I had a feeling, I'm like DHCP and DNS when we were taking the quiz. I did get them wrong, but I was like, those ones are really familiar to me. So I guess I knew those. Exposure to Active Directory, Azure AD, Intune, and other MDM tools preferred. Strong written and verbal communication skills with the ability to explain technical concepts clearly. Excellent organizational skills, attention to detail, ability to prioritize in a fast-paced environment. Operating systems, Windows, iOS, Android, Mac OS. Okay, that's nice. I have an iOS, but I think Android's a little bit more easier to navigate. I've had Android before, but not the newer Androids. And then Mac OS, Productivity Suite, Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, ticketing system, Zoho Desk, and then Identity and Access, Active Directory. I love when they do stuff like this because it allows you to kind of learn how to use certain things before you really apply for this position or say that you know how to do these jobs. Remote tools is LogMeln, Zoho Assist, Quick Assist. And we got hardware supported. We got laptops, desktops, mobile devices, printers, peripherals, security cameras, and AV equipment, collaboration, Teams, and Zoom. Ability to sit and stand. So they're definitely talking about an in-person job here, but that's still pretty cool to see exactly what they are offering. I feel like every time I see this, I always go to look it up, but I've never seen what CompTIA Server Plus is, and I probably have seen it. An intermediate IT certification validating skills in installing, managing, and troubleshooting servers. Okay, I probably would get it just for fun. I really don't care about, I love to get certifications. Y'all have no idea. So we got possess excellent critical thinking and technical troubleshooting skills, possess excellent verbal and written communication and attention to detail, displays a positive professional character in the work environment, must be able to manage change effectively and productively in fast-paced environments. Provide Tier 2 technical support to troubleshoot and resolve desktop and hardware-related issues. Responsible for hardware setup, installation, and maintenance, including desktop applications. So I see why they want you to have something in Server Plus. Responsible for maintaining accurate hardware and software inventory. Responsible for ensuring standard operation procedures and documentation related to the user device. Participates in 24/7 on-call to provide Tier 2 technical support, participates in other teams and procedure task forces as may be required for the successful operation of information technology. So I like everything that we got here. This is an airport system. That's pretty cool, 65 to 70K. I never really thought about working as IT in an airport. That ain't bad, I tell you that much. So it's a system support technician. I like this. So ability to inspire and mentor people. No, I'm just kidding. Exceptional communication, attention to detail, and decision-making skills. Experience working in collaborative team environments, organized and methodical, with the ability to plan and prioritize time-sensitive tasks. Knowledge of MS Windows and Windows-based software required. Thorough knowledge of computer hardware diagnostics and repair required. I like that as well. Must possess excellent verbal and written communications. Must be self-motivated individual. Oh, hey, listen, that might just be me. We have education here. We've got a couple more things. There's a lot of jobs here. This one's hybrid in Panama City, Florida. Honestly, I think this is where I wanted to go live, or something like that. Maybe something around that. Data center technician, y'all. This is also a good little position here as well. I love data centers. Would love to work there, but I do have a different type of places as well that I wouldn't mind working. This one says hiring immediately is MCI careers. It looks like it might be a remote position, or who knows, this could be in person. But Kansas and Texas, by the way, Kansas and Texas have really been offering a lot of IT positions. So if you've ever want to land an IT position, go to Kansas or go to Texas. I'll tell you that much. As you can see, all these right here are Texas, literally. Texas is just, and Kansas are just hiring. It's insane. I think this is Virginia. I'm not even too sure. Not too shabby about that one. Desktop support. All right, so I want to say the next thing we should get into is probably get into some actual studying. I don't want to take another quiz because we've already took a quiz. So let me go into my notes real quick and see where I am at. I'm not too sure. Oh, wait, no, I don't think it's this notebook. I think I'm in this notebook here. And if I'm going to be taking notes, I'm going to have to get off of my phone looking at chat. And I'm going to have to be here, which I don't know what I was writing. Oh, I think I wrote... Oh, I messed up. This is supposed to be my note-taking side of stuff. And for some reason, I accidentally started writing the questions that were for the quizzes. I was wondering why it looked funny. I was like, what's going on? Wow. And I was already close to ending this page, and I kind of screwed up by doing that. Which is, I guess, okay. But that was definitely my fault. I was supposed to write this in the whole other book. I was wondering what the hell these were. Remote network installation. Oh, this was literally, I think, just the last one. So we just finished that quiz and taking down those notes. So let me go jump over here so y'all can at least see my face as I try to decide what I'm going to be doing here. Because I'm not going to be able to really show y'all Professor Messer. So I don't know if I should put him on the screen above, but then I can't do that because I need that as well. So this is going to be tough because I think even if I play it, you guys might be able to hear him through the mic. And that's something I can't do because YouTube will copyright me. But let's see, because I don't have my other phone, I'm going to have to think outside of the box. And we do got to go to Professor Messer if we want to learn anything about this 1202. And yeah, let's go see. I guess I'm going to have to see if y'all could hear it. Because I don't have the desktop sound on. But I think you're going to hear it through the mic either way. So I believe I finished upgrading the Windows CompTIA. So now we're getting into an overview of Windows. Oh wait, no, actually, never mind, I forgot. I wanted to start the operating system section of things because pretty much with that operating system, I feel like I wanted to make sure I had a good amount of operating system knowledge here. So I need my pen. That also isn't here, which doesn't make sense. And I don't even know where my new pens are. So this is even worse. I might have to go with a blue pen here. Which, the blue pen, I'm not gonna lie, it is cute. It is cute, but it's just not what I wanted. Okay, let me see if I put the volume up. Can y'all kind of hear him through my mic?
Laptop, computer, a tablet, a mobile phone, or practically
any so y'all can. So it's probably gonna be best for me to just try and, I guess, do my own little thing, try to read it instead as we get through this operating system section. You said, hey, hope you had a Merry Christmas. No, yes, I did. Thank you so much. I hope you had a Merry Christmas as well. My Christmas was amazing. I'm not going to lie to you guys at all. It was super amazing. So now we're getting into what Professor Messer is saying here. Let me try and move this here so that y'all can get a good little camera shot of me taking these notes as well. Because I want to get into these notes, make sure y'all can see it. Give me a second. No, yeah, man, Christmas was just, I loved it. I literally loved it. I had some good gifts as well. If you guys see my community post, I had a nice, beautiful community post of me having some of the gifts that people gave me. I also had a little bit more gifts too from another set of people, and I just thought it was really fun. I spent a lot of time with my family on Christmas Eve, and then yes, when it came to Christmas Day, I got to, well, I think I opened my gifts on Christmas Day, but it was like in the morning. I stay up until 4 in the damn morning every day because of my job. So I don't want to mess that schedule up. And pretty much I just was up constantly. So since I can't really show the screen, I'm going to put the display here if I can find it. Perfect. Well, that kind of blocks the chat, but I feel like that's just like the perfect spot to kind of put it. So we're going to get into these notes and get into some Professor Messer. Let's see if he could teach me about operating systems, y'all. So far, well, I want to write down OS overview because I don't know if I took any notes on this. I know I did my own operating system overview, but I want to make sure that I'm actually getting one that is, you know, a good little overview. So right now he's putting, why do we need an operating system? I'm assuming you probably need an operating system literally to, I guess in a way, have your hardware components be able to interact or be controlled, basically, to be used. Maybe the keyboard, right? The OS, I mean, not the OS, sorry, the CPU, those hardware components. So we're gonna go here to the first thing he says. It says, if you purchase a desktop, a laptop, a tablet, yada yada, then you know there has to be some type of link between the hardware that you purchased and the application. Okay, so it is the hardware. So we're gonna go write down what he has on the bulletin board, or I guess the slide. So he puts control interaction between components. So that's something that we're going to have here. I guess I kind of do like this pen, but I do know it's definitely going to run out rather quickly, and that is not okay. I cannot wait to end up going to college and getting this like degree that I really want. I just don't know if I should get like an IT degree or if I should get the cloud networking degree. I do have like this therapist that I'm talking to, and I believe like she can help me with that. I feel like with making that decision because she's like school based. She knows about school a lot. So I'm like, oh, that's gonna be super cool. So I'm probably gonna ask like, is it better for me to get the IT degree, or is it better for me to possibly get the not the IT degree, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. Is it better for me to basically get because there's like another degree that is called, I believe, like network, I think it's called cloud and network engineering, something like that, but that's not like a real degree, as in like you could find this in every college. I think you could really only find it on WGU. So part of me was just kind of thinking like, you know, a part of me was kind of thinking that it might not be like a useful degree. People would probably be like, what type of degree is this? You know? But who knows? Who knows? Because I really want to get that one specifically because I think that one would help me land an actual networking job compared to like just an IT degree. But either way, you need experience. Oh, and that's something that I wanted to tell y'all. So I have basically this like freelance work opportunity coming up, and it's gonna happen. It's just about like when we make the plans for it, which is super cool. And I'm probably going to actually document it on camera of me doing it. But of course, the way that you word it is what makes it more or less IT. The actual thing that I'm doing is, you're probably going to be like, oh, that's not, like, that seems crazy, but it's still the same thing. So we got to put OS links, the hardware, and applications. But like literally when this person told me about doing it, I was like, yes, I need the experience. Like, let me do it. Like, immediately. Oh, I forgot I have the sound on. I gotta turn it off. But I was like, literally, let me do it immediately. Because I was like, I need this experience. I'm like the perfect person to be walking in here and doing it. And there's like 2 things that they want me to do as well. So I'm like, perfect. I could document them as 2 separate like interactions with this person. And I was just so happy because I'm like, yo, it's just as easy as this. Like, I just gotta make sure I get people who could like who really need help with doing a lot of like IT work or installations and stuff. And I'm like, this is gonna be super dope because it's literally perfect for me. All right, so let's get into this. We got between components. So this is software that is running on that computing device that takes control of the interaction between the components of that device. So I gotta make sure I put software, which I'm sure I already know, but that's able to move information from your storage drive into the memory. There needs to be some interactions with the CPU, and then we'll need some type of input and output from your keyboard. So I like how we get into a little bit of some little descriptions here of what exactly is going on that the operating system does. So for instance, one of the examples was move information from the storage to the memory, which would be nice to kind of see like a visual of what that looks like. But I guess you kind of don't need to, just know that that's what the operating system is doing. I'm more of a visual learner though, so a lot of this, kind of taking it in as fact, is quite difficult. But it's okay. So we're gonna go memory here. The next one, we're gonna go, there needs to be some, I'm gonna just put some type of interactions, or some interactions with the CPU. I'm not too sure exactly what type, but it just says with the CPU, so maybe eventually we'll get there later. And then last but not least, it says some type of input and output. And output from your keyboard and your monitor. You know what I always wanted? I always wanted to like have which I don't think you're able to do, but I was gonna say like have it to where my, obviously the letters on my keyboard are English, but when I'm typing it out, it can come out, it like translates to Spanish naturally. But then I was like, but they probably just have like certain applications for that instead. Because then that would just be crazy if you could do that, because technically on a keyboard the same, like it wouldn't be the same letters most of the time if it were to be in Spanish anyway. So it's like you would probably be clicking some random letters. So it's probably better to go through an application if anything. So here we go. It says your operating system is also a platform. So we're gonna have to see if he ends up putting something on the screen. If not, then that's okay. We could wait a little bit longer. Yes, he does. Okay, I had a feeling, that's why I wanted to wait. So we're gonna write this down a little bit because it kind of comes in as a little bit of a breaker. I was going to run this stream for 12 hours again today, but I do want to get a video out, and normally I found out that when I stream and I release a YouTube video and it's within like the same range, it tends not to get any traction. So I'm just going to have to do it the way that I'm doing it, which is still super dope. So we're gonna go, you're going to do some work, right? Okay, I guess that was probably something that he was writing. I'm not too sure what that example is meant to be. So maybe I gotta focus on what he's exactly saying here. Right, question mark. A common platform for applications. I'm trying to see if I'm getting comments, which I doubt I am, but for some reason I can't see. Let me just check. Oh, no, okay. I wasn't. Just the same comment from earlier. So saying it's also on a platform used by your application. So then if you're running an executable, what the hell am I? Executable, and I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong, in an operating system, that application was specifically written to this. So we're going to make a note here. So if you're running an executable in an operating system, that application was specifically written to run in that OS. Period. And this is, and of course, our modern computers have many different ways for us humans to be able to interact with that system itself. So we can make a note of that. So modern computers have specific ways for us humans to interact with that system itself. Perfection. And then we're probably going to stop right here. There's still more of like information that could be said, but we're going to stop right there. I still cannot believe though that we are 60 days in. That is literally insane. 60 days in of studying this entire topic. And I honestly feel like, hold on, I want to kind of wipe like the camera, but I don't want to like, because this camera is a little bit like, where is it? It's right there. I was like, it's a little bit blurry. I don't know if it needed some wiping. Maybe it's my eyes. I don't know. But I'm actually going to be buying myself a new camera pretty soon. I think. I'm not too sure. I have to see because I got to see like how everything is going to be coming out because Christmas was expensive. Listen, I bought gifts for people too. I bought some gifts for people too. But no, yeah, man. Today, I mean, not today. Well, actually, today, yes. I'm just super shocked that we made it to 60 days. Like, this is insane. But now that I am kind of like coming back, like fully into, the YouTube mode, into the content, trying to get back to being consistent after the holidays and after being sick, that's why it's been really messed up lately. I was sick for like a whole week and I had to like stop streaming. So it's kind of like, okay, let me try to get back into the mode. Um, Pretty much what I'm going to be getting back into is the video today should just be a sit down talk video, and then maybe the one on Sunday might be a sit down talk video as well. But then we're finally going to be getting hands on, which the first video is going to be me doing I think answering like 10 help desk tickets, which of course is going to be great experience. Another video is going to be me trying to create or enter a virtual machine, basically get a virtual machine on my laptop and be able to do different things there. We're gonna have another video where we're reviewing the Active Directory, reviewing the Task Manager, and stuff like that. And I think that's just going to be straight up super damn fun to end up actually getting into. So I'm just can't wait to finally, just get into this type of content. And I'm sure y'all are gonna really like it. If you guys have any questions, this is just the perfect time to ask because we're going to be done studying as of right now. I just kind of wanted to yap about how this channel is going to be going moving forward. I feel like I've been slacking, of course, but it's just like I said, I was sick and then the holidays came around, so of course I had to slack in some area. But no, yeah, so now the content is going to be coming out harder, which we're going to just go right back to the daily schedule of being live every single day, talking to you guys like this. I am considering though for some days to be me studying without talking, just because I feel like it allows me to get more knowledge in the information that I'm getting and to be able to move a lot more quicker. Because I feel like by now I should be learning, some form of networking. But I am going to be, like I said, downloading a virtual machine where we are going to do a video on doing that. But then also, too, another video on downloading an operating system to these virtual machines, which should make it a little bit more easier, but it is going to still have the same feel of what it would be. And then I could take notes on it and documentation to show y'all how you guys could also use your lab work and or your any type of work to show it as, this is something you could put on your resume pretty much. And it's all going to just come around full circle. So if you're someone who already works in IT, I would love to have some ideas. If you guys could let me know, what do y'all think it takes to get into being a network engineer? Because that's really what my goal is in the end. I know I could land an IT job like this if I wanted to, but that's not what I want because I already have a good, stable, unionized job. That just getting that IT job isn't what I need right now, right? Of course, I'm gonna need it for experience, but I mean, that's not like I feel like I just know how to land that job. I'm more concerned about actually becoming a network engineer because when I become a network engineer, that's when I'll be more willing to leave my current job for it because that feels a little bit more stable. Also, depending on where I'm working. But I have been checking my current job for internal transfers. I believe the internal transfers happened months ago, maybe in August. I'm a little bit hurt because August was the time and I was not looking around that time. So hopefully this year, as in 2020, or the new year as of 2026, I should be able to go and transfer into, hopefully, into an IT position at my current job, which would be very helpful because, like I said, it's unionized. It's going to be pretty good. The only thing, though, with the IT job at my current job is I don't really know how things work from there. I don't know if I wanted to become a network engineer, do I have to wait for them to release a network engineer job? And then even if that was the case, I really wouldn't care working at my current job and having to do it that way, I think that probably would be even better because, like I said, it's just super unionized and you really cannot get fired. It doesn't even matter like what position you're in, how many days you miss, unless you're just being like sloppy. You know what I mean? Like if you're really like missing so many days, then you come to work and then miss more, then maybe you can get fired. But I'm telling you, the job that I work at, I know people don't get fired. Like that's probably why. Like I don't know, this job is crazy. I'm sure that's why a lot of people decide to stay where I'm working. But I just hope I can land into that IT role, man. That would be super dope. And I've just been just doing so much on the outside of all of this, like with learning, and then literally, like I said, prepping myself to have some freelance work on Sunday. And I can't wait to document that and show y'all that. I'm probably going to, I might record it if I remember, but normally when I'm spending time with people, because these are people that I'm gonna spend time with right after, I always forget to like pick up the camera. So either I'm gonna be telling y'all about my freelance experience, or I'm going to be telling y'all, or I'm gonna be showing y'all what I'm doing and why it could relate to IT exactly. Maybe I'll record it but do like a voice over it instead. So I think that's gonna be super cool to be showing y'all me doing some actual IT work, and how it gets done, right? And I just think it's gonna be super amazing to do. And yeah, that's why I said it. I said this January, starting this new year, 2026, was going to be the year where I finally get hands on with IT. And I believed it. And yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be buying a camera, which technically, if you think about it too, installing a camera could also be IT work, so I could document that. Anything that has to, it depends on the way you frame it, because if you need to connect it to your computer and then connect it to that network or whatever, you can just frame it in that way of like, this is IT work. The same way with me fixing the printer, even though most of the time it's like paper getting stuck, it's still IT work because you fixed the printer. You made it print. But some people will probably think otherwise. Who knows? So I got a couple of things coming this January that is going to involve me doing some IT work, and I'm just so happy because, like I said, I could document this on my resume as freelance work, or independent work. Either way, it doesn't really matter what it's said to be. And then I think from there, I'm just going to continue to see if I can offer these services, like I said, to family, friends, the more stuff that I end up doing, and then try to like really frame it as if this is like real life IT work. And well, technically it is, but I want to frame it in the sense of like, what would my documentation be? How would I write down how I fixed it? What were my troubles? What did I run into? Specifically too, because if I will put this on my resume, this is actually going to be something asked about. They're probably gonna be like, like when you did this, what were some troubles that you ran into? So I gotta make sure I remember those things. And because you don't want to make it seem like you didn't do it, but you did. That's like my biggest thing. It's like I really want it to be because I did do it, and then I just can't wait to download the virtual machine and to be able to download the operating system, because that's something that I've really been like focused on. And I'm wondering too if I downloaded an operating system, because I do want to download Linux because I already have Windows. I want to download Linux. I want to download like the Mac OS operating system, Chrome OS, and I want to see necessarily how each operating system differs, and basically like what does it look like, how does it move. Mainly I want to look at Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. I doubt I would ever run into a company that used Chromebook. I mean, maybe they could. I think I who knows. But I feel like I really want to keep my focus on the fact that I already have Windows. Windows would be the first one, which is why I've been looking into Windows Task Manager. And y'all just expect this January coming up. Expect this to just be, like I said, a lot of hands-on work. I know I said that for December, but then I got really sick, so y'all gotta bear with me there. But this January is going to be where like I said, I do the virtual machines, I do the task manager, I download Active Directory, I download the new ticketing systems. I'm going to be getting hands-on installing certain things and showing you how this relates to IT. Possibly might even buy a desktop and open it up and see, the hardware inside of it. I have a laptop back there that I wouldn't mind not taking the stuff out, but just kind of opening it so we could see what the components are. I know laptops are a little bit harder though, but just to kind of see. And I think it's just gonna be so fun, man. And I think I even have like a spare phone somewhere. I'm like, well, it would be kind of cool as if I can get into this iPhone and kind of get to the hardware parts as well. A spare little phone that I got, that I'm debating on whether or not I want to go and open it up or take the screen. I'll probably just replace the screen, right? Something like that. I think it's just gonna be so fun. Like, y'all have no idea all the thoughts and stuff that I have on this whole entire thing, and it's just I just can already feel the fun coming up. Another topic that I did want to talk about too is that I remember that there was somebody in here the other day that was talking about how they really didn't like the IT job that they were working. And I feel like we kind of didn't get to the point of exactly why he didn't like it. It seemed like it was mainly the people. Um, but maybe he probably didn't type the rest of his message before I ended my stream. But no, yeah, because some people were saying like with IT support, especially help desk, being on the mic and stuff, I guess how it could be like annoying and or people just don't like to do it or deal with others, like knowing you have to fix things for people because you tend to get blamed for things and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if maybe it's because I have like tough skin or it could be because I've worked. I feel like I work in a place that like has the worst people. Like the job itself is so easy, but the people can really make you want to leave your job. I've seen plenty of people quit because of the people and not even the job. So I'm like, maybe it could be one of those situations where the people just really are crappy. But I was like, man, if I could work at this job, and honestly, I don't think I would have been able to do it if I took like a leap year. Like, let's say out of high school, I decided to take a year or two off before working. I feel like maybe I wouldn't be able to do it, but literally when I finally went to it, I think I went like maybe 4 or 5 months after high school, and then I got this job immediately. And pretty much it just felt like another high school. It's normally the best way to explain it. The current job I'm working at just feels like another high school. And if you had a good high school experience, then maybe you would have a good time here. You might be the popular kid. The only thing I always tell people though that come to this current job is to just, well, I don't tell anyone because I don't talk to anyone, but what I would tell someone is to keep your personal business to yourself. Because a lot of people, yes, you could be the popular kid, you could talk to everybody, but it's getting around. It will get around. So I always say don't say nothing, or if you're comfortable with saying things, just say the stuff that you don't care that gets around. Because this job is literally like a high school. You got the gossip girls, you got the mean girls, you got the, I guess, the cool kids, you got the quiet ones, you got the nerds, right? You got, it's literally like a damn high school. So I was like, thank God I just came out of high school to come here, because otherwise, if I left high school and I left all that behind to end up going to this current job that's like that, I would have been like, oh hell no. But hey, thank God that that was not the case, man. And I just can't wait to end up going for this degree and for the content to kind of change a bit. Like we've been studying for a long time. We're gonna finally be getting hands on, like really soon, and I think that's just gonna be so fun. We're gonna be getting hands on really soon, and yeah. And then once I get into the college side of things, which should be maybe by the end of 2026, because I do want to like pre-game it before I do it so that I could hopefully get my degree within a year on WGU, which is an online school. And I'm thinking like if I decide to focus on the certifications as of this year and hopefully try to get some experience as well, whether that's freelance work like I'm doing or whether or not that's actual career wise, I'm realizing that I could pretty much I feel like by then I shouldn't kind of know enough to get that degree that I would want. Specifically, like I said though, the degree does focus on cloud and networking, so I still haven't even touched that type of stuff, which I'm going to have to, but I think I would do really well in it anyway. And self-teaching myself, I believe they even have a master's for it, that I'm super down to get, and just different stuff like that. I actually kind of want to see, do they have a master's for it? Because if they don't, then it probably makes sense for me to do the other one, because I would rather do IT and then get my master's in IT. So we're going to have to see. They have computer engineering here for a 2-year dual. Oh wait, no, that's not even the same school. So let me go and see, because I kind of want to see how these degrees, I'm probably going to go and show y'all as well. Because I'm telling y'all, this is a really good school to go to. It's recognized by jobs, and it's just a really good place where you can get your degree. So let's go look at the master's part of things. Oh, okay. So they actually don't have a master's for the specific one that I wanted. They only have a master's for cybersecurity and information assurance, which I would love to get at some point, data analytics, software engineering, computer science, and then they have MBA, information technology management, which is like just another type of degree for business of information technology if you want to be like that business person. They also have certifications here, which you can get AI skills, fundamentals, full stack, front end web development. I had no idea. I kind of already went for those. And then there's accelerated degree. Oh wait, so is the degree that I want not accelerated? I think you would have to do 4 years for the degree then. So yeah, so I'm guessing I would have to just go for IT. Because accelerated in the sense of, I'm assuming here you could do an accelerated information bachelor's and master's degree, which means it's less classes, but it's of course going to be harder. And then I guess same thing with here as well. Oh no, because I guess they'll give you a bachelor's in business, and business administration, as well as giving you the MBA, which is going to be good as well. So I guess for me, because what I wanted to do was get the networking engineering and security degree, I believe is what it would be called. But now that I'm looking at it, it probably doesn't make sense. And this is cloud computing, so it might be in cloud, actually. I think mine's the one I want is cloud networking engineering. And they even have AWS cloud and networking engineering, which would be nice, but it's just not, it just wouldn't make sense to do first because it doesn't have a master's, and I really want to get the master's because the master's can help you with pay at some point in your career depending on where you get to. I'm trying to see what else do they have. So they have the accelerated. I'm not interested in software engineering. A lot of people tell me to get into it. I'm just not interested in it. You have network engineering and security. Oh, okay. I guess that was the same thing. Never mind. But let me go look at the accelerated degree for information technology to where I can get my bachelor's and my master's, which I'm kind of afraid to do it all together. So part of me would kind of want to do it separately. Because this is focused on scripting and programming. I hate it, but I think I can do well. Networking and security. System and services, data management and business of IT, which I like that. So you can earn 2 degrees in about 4 years. But remember, you can also move as fast as you want, so you can do it in less than 4 years if you wanted to. The average salary increase is about 17,000 that a year. That's not, I mean, well, not a year, but 17,000. That's not bad, y'all. If you really think about it, that's not bad. That's an average salary increase, meaning if you have a salary of 60,000 a year, you can get this master's and bachelor's and basically master's and increase your salary by 17,000. So that would be about almost 80. Almost 80. That's crazy. Tuition per 6 months term would be about 3,000 and 4,000. So basically you have to pay about $3,000 to $4,000 per 6 months. Which if you really think about it is, I believe is cheaper than regular college. Let's say it's 4,000. I think yearly you'll be paying $8,000 a year, and then 8, 16, 24, 32. Yes, it's pretty much a little bit cheaper. Some people end up getting their degree if they go to community college for about $20,000. This would basically be like 37 or 30. Wait, yeah, I think it was 8, 16, 24. Oh, 32,000. So that's not that bad if you did do it for 4 years. But remember that it's possible to get the degree way quicker if you end up finishing the classes quicker. So you would apply and get accepted. You complete your general education courses along with the 6 bachelor's level IT courses. So there's still general education courses, which I've done a couple of them in my life. So hopefully that can knock some of those off the bridge. Moving to graduate level coursework with 4 master level Bridget courses. Earn your bachelor's degree in industry level and complete 6 more master's level courses in a capstone. And then you can earn your master's. I was going to say, because I think I would want to call them first. Because if I'm going to enroll in this program, I'm wondering if I do enough classes and get my bachelor's, do I earn my bachelor's right then and there? Or do I have to wait until I complete the whole program to get the bachelor's and the master's? because I feel like if I can get my bachelor's during the program, then I feel like I wouldn't mind doing this program because it's cheaper and it's less courses. Um, so I'm like, I don't think I would mind it, but I would really have to go and call them. So I guess this is the undergraduate portion. So you got information technology, scripting. I'm guessing these are all the classes that she would end up having. And then these are the graduate portions. I'm assuming this would basically mean the master's side of things. This is the stuff that you would learn when you hit your master's, which is definitely crazy. They have capstone projects, special requirements for this program. At the end of your online IT bachelor's and master's degree, you will complete capstone projects that represents the culmination of all your hard work projects that allows you to turn what you've learned into a real world application, proposing a solution to an actual issue. I actually really like the way this is coming out. And I love how they end up showing you the classes as well. So, general education, they want you to have a critical thinking course, which is in this course, you will learn key critical thinking concepts and how to apply them in the analysis and evaluation of reasons and evidence. The course examines the basic components of an argument, the credibility of evidence. I actually really like that. Global arts, humanities, physical sciences. Oh, these are actually, I just realized these are the classes. The general, okay, never mind. I think they even told me this. But these are the general education classes, never mind. All right, hold on. So, but I do need to do these. I don't know how many of the general education credits you need here. But of course, I'll be choosing the easy ones. Unless you got to do them all, then crazy. I might be able to say that I've done applied algebra. They might let me get by with that one. Ethics and technology, integrated physical sciences. So there's a lot of stuff I would want to self-teach myself before getting into this, which is going to be super cool though. And then we're going to get into the information technology management side of things, or IT management. Which one seems like it would be the first one? Data management, operating systems. I don't know where it would start. But there's a capstone project here though of a written project, which would consist of all the technical work that you basically have went through a proposal. So we got cloud foundations, which this is good because I definitely am going to need this. It introduces learners to cloud. And this course prepares learners for the AWS Certified Practitioner exam. So that's cool. And there are no prerequisites for this course. So that's pretty cool. You could basically take this course. It will prepare you for the AWS Certified Practitioner certification, which you can just go for outside of this. So I think that's super cool. You got technical communication. This is actually really nice. I cannot wait to end up going for this degree. I cannot wait. And it's a flexible schedule, by the way. It allows you to do things on your own time, and it's a personalized approach. You get to pick your courses, and I don't think you get to move on to the next, like, semester-ish until you finish your courses. So I've known somebody whom they probably picked for their first semester, like, I forgot how many courses they picked. It could have been 6 courses, but they picked the easy ones. So by the time they finished that, they were able to basically finish it in like a month. And then they picked another set of courses for their next semester. So I think 6 months is like your cap. So I think by the time you hit 6 months, if you didn't finish certain courses, you just have to reschedule it. But if you could finish the courses before the 6 months, you can immediately jump into that next one, which is super cool. And I think it's just super nice, man. It's so dope. It is so dope. And then I kind of want to see a little bit about cost and time. Yeah, so this one for the undergraduate portion is about 3,000. It's almost 4,000, and then for the graduate portion is 4,000. So that's pretty cool. You can get into the IT certifications because I guess it's going to prepare you for the A plus, the network plus, the security plus, the IT operations specialist, and then secure infrastructure. Then we got Amazon's AWS Cloud Practitioner, which I really want to be to really learn about because I really plan on getting into cloud network engineering at one point. This is the ITIL 4 foundation certification. Is also going to be, you're going to be taught that. You're going to be taught the PMI. I think this is when it comes to the Project Management Institute, probably for the masters. And then you got the LPI for the Linux, which is going to just be so dope, bro. I cannot wait to end up getting into this degree / masters. And yeah, I would want to call them first, of course, to make sure that once I finish all the classes for my bachelor's, do I immediately get my bachelor's degree or do I have to finish the entire course? But definitely make sure y'all end up looking into that, by the way. If you are someone who is in IT, I know it might not seem like it's worth it because some people are like, well, I'm already in IT, don't really need a degree. But as you've seen at the bottom, it could boost your salary by $17,000. And that's pretty cool. Of course, it depends on which role. So it's not like you're going to walk into a help desk position with a master's and they're going to be like, oh yeah, we're giving you, instead of 40, we're going to give you 60. You know what I mean? Like, I doubt that's how it would work. I believe you need to get into certain type of positions to where it qualifies. And of course, you have to advocate for yourself. So if you're getting into, like, for me, a networking engineering role, I would want to advocate the fact that I have a master's in IT. And hopefully, with that and with my experience, I could try to shoot for higher pay, and then that could ultimately, hopefully, boost my salary. So even if you're already in IT, definitely think about getting that, and definitely think about getting your MBA as well, because then you can get into the management side of things. And even if you're already in that side of things, you can get more pay if you got the actual degree. So it's pretty cool. And I can't wait. But I will be ending this stream. I love y'all. Y'all are super goated. I gotta go. Hope y'all ended up enjoying. Catch you tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST to 1:30 p.m. EST. Deuces.